You're now watching a clip from the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Yeah, wishing them the best, hope they'll continue. Well, they'll bring the glory back to the Dolphins like when they played. But keeping it on the Dolphins, the Hall of Fame class was announced a couple weeks ago. So I do want to address some concerns because I feel like Miami football got slapped in the face on that day with two programs, two of our favorite programs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the? First of all, Zach Thomas, since we're talking about the Dolphins, denied the Hall of Fame again. Like, makes no sense because he's got better stats than Brian Urlacher, who got in like 2 years ago. I believe he had more tackles and more interceptions than a Brian Urlacher had. And for some reason, he's not in and Brian Urlacher is. I don't understand it at all. You got his boy, Jason Taylor, in there, his partner in crime for those seasons. And I don't know if Jason Taylor is as successful without Zach Thomas or vice versa. You got to have both of those guys in. Zach Thomas could have played probably for longer if he didn't, have concussion issues toward the end of his career, like a lot of linebackers do, or any football player in general. So I think it's just a blatant slap in the face to Zach Thomas I don't know, maybe there's a lot of factors I'm sure that went into it. Yeah, the Dolphins really weren't that successful. I mean, during their whole career, Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, I think they had one playoff win, maybe two playoff appearances, I believe.
How many Super Bowls did the Bears win?
Right. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl once, but but whatever. It just doesn't make any sense why Zach Thomas is not in the Hall of Fame. It's an absolute travesty. He should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the legends for that team, for our era. I believe he was drafted by Jimmy Johnson, like a fourth, fifth rounder or something like that. So he was like a diamond in the rough that, that was found and ended up to be, fantastic as a player. So I'll let you comment on that first, and then we'll get to the other snubs.
Yeah, man. I mean, but it's typical. Like you saying, like you don't know why. We know what it is. We say it every time on this podcast. They hate us because of the weather. They hate us because of the beaches. They hate us because of the women. Like, there's no reason why. If you put Brian Urlacher and Zach Thomas, obviously, if you take the names away, obviously you're gonna go for Zach Thomas. But of course, some people, have an issue with Zach Thomas. That's why I'm taking it now, because I'm like, how the guy is the quietest person in the world. I mean, he retired. You don't know where the hell he's at. He's related to Jason Taylor and by marriage and Jason Taylor.
Taylor divorced. They were Jason Taylor divorced, but they still family.
Oh, oh yeah, he was married to Joy, wasn't he?
To Joy? Nah, Joy is his Jason Taylor's sister. He was married to
Zach Thomas.
He was married to Zach Thomas's sister.
Oh, okay. There we go. Regardless of the fact, and it's a good thing, that they still cool, because I mean, I hear Jason Taylor always talk him up, he deserved it, this, that, and the other. But yeah, travesty, man. Like, come on, man. You gotta give this. Like me, I don't see a lot of linebackers that was better than him at that time. I mean, you got the Ray Lewis's and certain things like that. But Zach Thomas, when you speak in linebackers, he's one of the linebackers that I consider one of the greats. He was the guy for Miami. You had Junior Seau for the Chargers. You had Ray Lewis for the Ravens. Certain people are the face of that defense. And at that time, I don't remember it being Zach Thomas. Not Zach Thomas, but Jason Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was Zach Thomas. It was the Sam Madisons. It was the Patrick Surtains. Of course, we had Tim Bowens and Daryl Gardner in the middle. Trace Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? But who you recognize really on that actual, huh?
I said, you remember Trace Armstrong. Look at you.
Come on, man. Like, you already know. But for you to have those individuals on the team and Zach Thomas, not Zach Thomas, but Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer. But I remember Zach Thomas, always tackle. He's a tackling machine.
Tackling
So for you
machine.
not, yeah, for you not to go ahead and give him his flowers while he's young and alive, it just makes no sense to me. I don't have no real evidence besides the weather, the beaches, and the women. Like, come on, like, why are you hating on this dude? You feel what I'm saying? And matter of fact, this Hall of Fame class, I thought he was gonna get in probably this year because it didn't have that many names that popped out to you. Like, all right, when you got like people like
Yeah,
Peyton Manning and certain
right.
individuals like that, you're like, all right, that's already one slot that's already gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, dog, like, what's going on? Like, I don't even remember the other individuals that's on there. I'm seeing Andre Johnson. He
As
was
far as
one of
like
the
a nominee.
like a nominee, and they snubbing him too because of Schaub. I'm like, what are we doing over here? It's like they can't recognize the greats. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. I think it's a popularity contest now. And if you're associated with anything Miami, they're not gonna give you the credit. Like, yo,